Welcome back to Royally Shay and our Flashback LP. So, we are finally at school, guys. We're teenagers. This is the proof that I promise we are school age and we attend school. I attended school for a whole week before this. All of a sudden, it felt like I was not at school anymore. But just another quick refresher of what the school looks like. It's very cute. It's very well decorated. I feel like I grabbed it off the gallery. The name is Copperdale High School. I don't remember the ID of the person. Maybe I will put that stuff in the description once I put this onto YouTube. In the meantime, as you can see, we have quite a few people who are here. I've been trying to slowly cycle through them because, like I said, I made a lot of teenagers. There's a lot of townies in the Sims. So I've been trying to kind of cycle through them. So like this is like I think the first time I'm seeing like three of these people at least. I've been seeing all the ones that have a bar above them. Clearly, I've met before and have seen before. If they don't have a bar above them, that means it's probably the first day being coming to school and seeing them. With the exception of Olivia Moon that we met at the romance festival, she came to school with me that whole last week, and we never got the chance to interact at all. It was kind of crazy. So it's kind of crazy that we were able to interact at a random festival when I wasn't able to interact with her after a whole week of going to school with her. So, and here we are, Cameron and Gavin. Maybe we can talk to one of them. Haven't really gotten to get to know them too well just yet. Um, and then get to know the new people. Bella, which, Becca, I said Bella. But Bella too. Bella Goss here, Mortimer Goss here, Becca's here. And they're all new. So, and it's also cool to see with like these gallery builds that actually have a whole bunch of stuff for them to do. It's kind of interesting to see what they gravitate towards actually doing. Now, I have noticed that it builds with CC objects on them. The Sims, of course, don't autonomously go and do those CC objects. So that's why, even though I have a really cool amusement park in Oasis Springs that's functional to go to, it's not really fun to go there with people because the only person who's going to get on any of the rides is my sim when I tell her to. Everybody else is just going to stand around. So that's also why I like getting builds off of the gallery because I don't download sims off anything off the gallery with custom content on it. So it's all purchased packs. So at most, because the gallery doesn't have a way to filter what packs I don't own, some stuff might be randomly missing and floating places, but they should still have at least the opportunity to autonomously go and do those. Though I have noticed after I watched a video on it that it is true that some the Sims are coded to do certain things more than others, especially when it comes to certain pack items and base game items. Like certain items are just not coded to autonomously do stuff, so they won't, despite it being an item. Yeah, get that royalty check. We really need to build back up that money. We still got bills, still got rent to pay. But let's go to school. We missed Monday is usually math and science. Not gonna lie. Oh look, floating stuff, like I mentioned. Not gonna lie, not too bad about missing that. As in school, I hated math class. Science was okay, but math in me, nope. So to come back and my first day back be social studies in my first period, that's the way to go. So this is my class this week. These couple of days, I usually switch it every like 2 to 3 days of what students are in there. But oh, is that Caliente? Is that the Chain Caliente? She's new too. And then this is the other class. So we got some people in there that we already know. I really don't switch this class too much because they're not in the class with me. So it's like, they go through the regular rotation. But yeah, having social studies and stuff. I love that. I love that we got to skip our math day. Also, since our needs don't decay like that, I really don't need to eat lunch during lunchtime, which is nice because that gives me the chance to meet people, um, and actually get to know everybody. I don't understand why they feel the need to sit to introduce themselves. I mean, never mind. I do, because that'd be awkward if someone just stood up talking to me while I was sitting. So they do it all the time in animes. I feel like they always just stand over the other person's shoulder and talk to them while they're sitting in their desk. But I feel like in real life that's a little more awkward than anticipated. Also, I realized after going to school for that week that you will still get a completely like gold standard as long as you go to class. You don't actually have to complete any of those things. I thought you would have to at least do one of them throughout the day to get the gold at the end of the school day, but you don't. You attended both classes. You got it. Um, so there's that. Also, I don't know. I know I at one point downloaded a mod that made it to where the exams and prom was not every week. However, I do not remember what mod that was. My mods folder is intensive and unorganized, so I do not know where to even look for it. And because of that, I have no idea how to turn it back on. So we will have a makeshift prom for this series because I don't know how to turn prom back on. But that won't happen until the end of spring. Well, actually, no, I think it's the end of this week. The end of this week, we'll have a makeshift prom because of that, or a dance party or something. Uh, because we can't. It's okay. I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, they just he's getting to know Bella a little bit, getting to know Becca a little bit, because I want to know like a little bit of relationship with everybody. Because that's honestly how I was in high school. I talked to anybody and everybody. I wasn't super close with them, so outside of school hours, I probably had like a rotation of like I want to say maybe 20 people that I hung out with outside of school, but inside of school, I talked to a whole bunch of people. I knew of a whole bunch of people in my school. So I wanted to try and recreate that as much as I could. And Social Bunny being one of them, teenager on social media. Uh, Gonna go ahead and oh no, I'm reacting to that. Oh, look at it. Thorn likes hanging out with me. When we hung out, I don't know. They just be saying stuff on here. Can you can't believe you right now? I don't know. They just be saying stuff. We could have 100% friendship and they be like, and be upset about something. I'd be like, okay, that's why I stopped reacting to stuff. Just post it. Just post things and tag people when something good happens, which has been working. This is the first time, honestly, that my Social Bunny app has worked. Usually it says 0 followers forever, no matter what I do. So that's kind of interesting that the Social Bunny app is actually working. I was gonna try and go play piano for a little bit, but uh, lunch is almost over. And they gotta have the 20-minute prep to get to class because Sims move at the speed of nothingness. Um, but yeah, I moved to the back of the classroom. I was actually a middle of the classroom kind of girl. I didn't want to be in the front row. Like, if we got to choose our seats, I didn't want to be in the front row. I felt like that was too up close and personal with the teacher. But I also didn't want to be in the back row because I don't know. I just felt like that would be the easiest way for me to get distracted. And lo and behold, I'm pretty sure every time I was either placed in the back row or had to be in the back row for some reason, or I was a talkative kid, like I said. So if I did choose to be in the back row because I wanted to talk to some people. So the back row was never a good place for me because I'd start talking and I wouldn't get any work done. So the middle spot was a sweet spot. Right? And now we're attending language arts class. See, today was the day. English and social studies. Those were the classes for me. That was my bread and butter. In fact, that's what I do now. Well, not language arts, social. That's what I do for a living. So turned out okay. Reading aloud. The moment Shay has been dreading is finally here. The teacher has called upon her to read the next passage aloud. I can read aloud. I got dyslexia, but it'll work. She tries her best, but ends up stumbling over several words. Yep, nope, the dyslexia got it. The dyslexia got it. Okay. I be pre-reading. I used to pre-read when I knew they were just calling on people, because absolutely not. Absolutely not. For that very reason. But yeah, energize. Let's see. So after some gonna deliberation, gonna chat with Eric because he's not at school anymore, and send some group texts out to my buddies that aren't at school today. Because even with I think I had to take out the more Sims go to school one because I used to have a mod that had more people be able to come to the school, but it was outdated and it was breaking stuff. So if any modder out there wants to recreate that mod, an updated version that works with the new patches, I would love you forever because these schools are so great and it's so big. And look at how many seats there are in these classes that are just empty. There's 12 seats in every class. There's even a third classroom with a whiteboard that doesn't get used. So shout out to all the modders out there because you make my game playable, yet slash slightly unplayable because of the lags. But that's on me. I need a better computer. We'll get one day. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Not a whole lot happened. It was honestly, I feel like this was mostly me rambling about my high school experiences rather than following hers because she didn't really do much. She went to class, she talked, she met some new people, went to class, and now she's talking on the phone now. So, anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day. If you like this video and the series, like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. And as always, toodles. See you next time.